story around that person for good. Every one of us are always happy, especially if you're a shareholder of SWIFTtrip. You're always happy to know that your future is secured. Amazing. Amazing. This is something that people are out there waiting for. People are out there waiting for an opportunity like this. It's either they did not get the opportunity or they don't have the money to be part of the vision. That is why you have to thank God for giving you the opportunity and also enabling you to have the finance to identify with network. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I can't even hear us now. I don't know if we can hear me. All right. I think the network is lagging. Thank you very much, sir. I can hear you now. Oh, please, network, be friendly today, please. All right. So, like I said, we're always excited to talk about our future. Because this is one thing that is going to, or this is one thing that makes us different from the others. This is one thing that makes us different from the others. Look at the people that are suffering, the people that are looking for food to eat. These are people, if you look very well, these are people that failed to plan for their future. These are people that saw opportunities, but opportunities that they saw did not make sense to them. These are people that had opportunities once upon a time, but the opportunity did not make sense to them, and they neglected it. Today, they are reaping that decision. They are reaping from the decision they made back then. They are reaping from what? The decision, because definitely you must reap it. The seed you are sowing today, definitely a time for harvest will come. And that time of harvest is the time where you can look and say, oh, I did something good. I did something great. Or you turn back and say, oh, I missed out on something that would have changed my life. I missed out on something massive. It is the time of harvest that you will know. The question is, what seed are you sowing? What seed are you sowing? Because whatever seed you sow, you will definitely reap from it. Just like I said, you've seen an opportunity. Is it not better for you to be part of this opportunity? Is it not better for you to key into this opportunity and it did not work than you not being part of it and it worked? You will never be able to forgive yourself. You will live with that regret for the rest of your life. And some of us that are in the meeting, or some of us that we've been introduced by someone, you would think that you're doing that person a favor. The person that told you about SWIFTtrip, you would think you're doing the person a favor. No. Nobody is forcing you to be part of it. Sorry. A prospect calling me. Sorry about that. Let me mute the phone. All right. So I was saying, nobody is forcing you to be what? Part of it. You are simply doing yourself a favor, not the person that introduced the business to you. Not the person that introduced the business to you. So don't see it as if you're doing the company a favor or you're doing the person that introduced the business to you a favor. You're simply helping yourself. Don't come and say Nigerian thing, Nigerian thing, Nigerian thing. That's why I don't like involving myself in Nigerian thing. Sir, man, it is high time you know that you are not helping the CEO, neither are you helping the person that told you about SWIFTtrip. You are helping yourself, not just yourself, your lineage. Please take note of that. Like I said, this opportunity, there are people that are looking for it. There are people that are out there waiting to say, oh, I wish they can identify themselves with a system. I wish they can be part of a life-changing business. There are people out there. And here you are, getting you have the opportunity. You are listening to different speakers daily explaining to you how this business will profit you, profit your generation, and how this business is going to change your life for good. And yet you're still thinking you're doing someone a favor. What you are coming to hear this morning is a life-changing opportunity, which is SWIFTtrip. You want to know what this business is. Why is it that these people are always talking about this business? Why is it that this person is always sending me the link to join the meeting? This person does not get tired. You check this person's status, you're seeing the link there, inviting people. It is because of the burning desire that they have for this business. And for them to have this burning desire, they have seen something which you will also be shown today. And if it resonates with you, then you can be part of us. If it does not, you can decide not to be part of us. Like I said, nobody is forcing anybody to be part of SWIFTtrip. Let us move to the presentation of the day. And these are the areas we will be covering. What is SWIFTtrip? Where we are and how our customers will benefit from this business. Then lastly, how you as an owner of this business will benefit from this business. Before I proceed, let me quickly introduce myself. I am Favor Orinami Ayo, the international admin of SWIFTtrip and also the personal assistant to the CEO. I will be the one taking us on the presentation today. So, if you have questions, you have something you would want to ask or you're not clear about, please, the privilege will be given to you to speak at the end of the presentation. Okay? So, even as we proceed, you have questions in the course of the presentation, the privilege will be given to you to speak. All you just need to do is to write your question down so you don't forget. And after, you can ask your question, okay? Now, let's look at the very first one, which is asking us a question. What is SWIFTtrip? Now, we say SWIFTtrip is a decentralized mobility and commerce service providing business. A Web 3.0 decentralized mobility and commerce service providing what? Enterprise. Of course, we know this mobility is not a new thing to us. Every one of us know what mobility is. Movement from one place to another. And this mobility in SWIFTtrip, it is divided into two, of which we have the road transport and also the air transport. You know that since the creation of this world, mobility has been in existence. Yes. Like I said, it's the movement from one place to another. So you can see that we are building a lifetime business. A business that will still be in existence even when you and I are no longer in existence. That's to tell you that we are building a lifetime business, a transgenerational business, a business that you can pass on to your to the next generation. And that next generation can still pass it on to the other generation. That is the kind of business. It goes until the end of the world. And this mobility we are talking about, it amazing. It was amazing. Or do you want to talk about the commerce, which is buying and selling, which you can also attest to the fact that we came to this life and we met this buying and selling? Is there anyone that is in this meeting that is older than buying and selling? Or that buying and selling came? Or this person has been in existence before buying and selling came to the world? If there's any, please, we would love to know. There is none. That is why we are telling you that the business we are building is a business that even when we are no longer in existence, the business will still be in existence. We came to this life, we met this business, these services, and we will live this life. These services will still be in existence. And now, this buying and selling, this mobility that we are talking about, it is built on Web 3.0, which is the newest version of the internet that is very transparent, that works with amazing technologies like the AI. We are leveraging on what? These technologies. We are leveraging on the Web 3.0. We are coming to build a platform that is decentralized, that gives users, which is you and I, the enablement to what? Access this app at our convenience, with us having total control of the app. We have control of the app. It simply means we can perform transactions anytime we want. Amazing. We are not here to teach you about Web 3.0. Or if you want to know more about Web 3.0, please go to Google and do your finding, and you will see how amazing it is. What we are building is a robust platform. This business is a business that is going to make you and I decillonaire in dollars. Yes, you might come and say that we've not recorded any trillionaire in dollars, not to talk of decillonaire. Yes, like I said, it's a transgenerational business. Do you know that if you identify with SWIFTtrip, you are not just positioning yourself for endless wealth, but also your lineage? The family that will sprout out from yours, the next generation, the other generation. If you are not a trillionaire in dollars, if you're not a decillonaire in dollars, your next generation, which is your children, or the generation after your children, must be a decillonaire in dollars, or what? A virgin trillionaire in dollars. When we are telling you, you're not making mistakes. That's why I said you are not doing anybody a favor by identifying with SWIFTtrip. You're doing yourself a favor. So don't come and say, oh, without me they will not do it. Sir, ma, without you, we will get another person that will identify with SWIFTtrip. It does not matter your location, whether you're in Nigeria or outside Nigeria. So you should be grateful that this opportunity is coming to you, that this information is getting to you. People are out there waiting for information like this. You should be grateful. Are you in the United Kingdom? Are you in Canada? Name it. You are privileged. That is what I would say. You are privileged to hear about this information. Now, let us move to the next slide and see what the next slide is saying. This is not a business you should miss. This is not a business you should miss. And we tell you that you've not done a business like SWIFTtrip. Yes, you've not done a business like SWIFTtrip. SWIFTtrip is one of a kind. One of a kind. Let's look at the next slide, which shows us, or which is asking us, what are SWIFTtrip core services? What are the services SWIFTtrip will be rendering? Let's look at these services. What are these services that is going to make me a decillonaire in dollars? What are these services that is going to make me a trillionaire in dollars? A virgin trillionaire in dollars. Let us look at the next slide. These are the services: the aviation, the e-taxi, the e-commerce, the logistics, and the hospitality. All of these are the services SWIFTtrip will render. These are the services this company will render. Now, You are coming to be an owner of an aviation business if you identify with us. You're coming to be an owner of an e-taxi business. You're coming to be an owner of an e-commerce business, a logistic business, and a hospitality business. These 5 services, by identifying with SWIFTtrip, you are owning all of these services. All of them built on what? Blockchain. Built on blockchain. 5 amazing services. 5 amazing services in one app. In one app. Now let's look at the next slide. Let's bring these services one after the other so we can show you that when we are talking about this one, this is what we mean. When we are talking about this other one, this is what we mean. Now, the very first one is the aviation business. You can see this is not a new business. This is not a new service. This is a service that has been in existence already. And we also have companies that are rendering this service, the aviation service. We have the likes of the Airpeace, the Air Rig. These are examples of companies that are rendering the aviation service, the aviation business, or that are into the aviation business. Now look at these people. Look at the beauty of SWIFTtrip. As these people are patronizing the company, as they are booking their flights, you are earning from them. Did you book your flight? No. You are just at your convenience, at wherever you are. They are booking their flight. You are simply what? Earning from them. Amazing. You don't need to be the one to patronize the company first before you can earn. You're coming to own it. As people are patronizing this business that you own, sir, ma, wherever you are earning. That is the power of what? A system. A system that pays you irrespective of your location. It does not need a particular location before you can be paid. It does not need you to be the one to perform the transaction before you earn. Don't joke with this business. Media, please, this light. Don't joke what? With this business. Now, let us look at the next slide, which is the aviation, the e-taxi. The what? The e-taxi. When we're talking about this e-taxi, what do we mean? We have companies that are already into what? The e-taxi business. Thank you. The likes of Uber, Bolt, InDrive, all of these are examples of what? The e-taxi business. The hailing business. Once upon a time, Uber went out there to talk to people for them to come be co-owners of the business. But some persons said it does not make sense to them. Some persons said no. How do we mean, or how do you mean that someone will come pick you with my mobile phone? It does not make sense. When I know I can go out there and stop a taxi that will take me to wherever I'm going to. Now, because that man, that woman did not understand the business, because they did not see the business, or they were unable to digest the concept of Uber as at the time, did it stop Uber from launching their business? No, it did not. As those persons said no, they looked for people that said, yes, I want to be part of this. Did they get them? Of course they did. Because people are saying no to you today does not mean you should give up. We've been here since 2021. Millions of people are out there that have heard about SWIFTtrip. They said no, it does not make sense. Some persons are even doubting the vision. People are doubting the vision. Are we going to stop? Never. We are never going to quit, because that word is not in our dictionary. We did not quit since 2021, 22. Is it now we want to quit? Never. That is why we recognize them. As them they doubt, they bounce. As they keep doubting, we are soaring higher. What I want you to know is, for whatever business, there must be doubters. Now, those people that doubted Uber, it did not stop Uber from launching a business. That is the same way these SWIFTtrip doubters, their doubts can never stop SWIFTtrip from launching business. It's even a propeller. It's something we'll look and say, oh, because of these people that are doubting us, we must make it happen. So, let us come together and build this. Some person miss out on this business. Some person miss out on startup businesses. You shouldn't miss out on SWIFTtrip. It's going to make you a decillionaire in dollars. You said they've never recorded any decillionaire in dollars. They've never recorded any trillionaire in dollars. Sama, you could be. We, the shareholders of SWIFTtrip, could be the first decillionaire in dollars. Yes. Once upon a time, there were no billionaires. The financial cap then should be million or millionaire. But then, someone was the first person to become, or the first billionaire. From there, you see a lot of persons now, their financial blueprint increased. Now we have a lot of billionaires out there. Soonest we will have trillionaires out there. From trillionaires we have quadrillionaires out there. That is how to keep increasing. That's why I say you and I will be the first decillionaire in dollars, because the quantum leap. By the time SWIFTtrip launch business, we won't even need to struggle the way others struggle. Because what? We've identified ourselves with a system. So it won't even take us that long before you know we'll become that decillionaire we are talking about. So SWIFTtrip is calling you to come build this thing with us. So let's quickly look at the next slide, which is the commerce. Like I said, buying and selling. Now, we are bringing this buying and selling to the online space. That's why we call it the e-commerce. Of course, we have platforms like the Jumia, the Alibaba, the Amazon. All of these are examples of what? Commerce platform or commerce businesses, okay? A platform where you can buy and sell online without the need of you going to the physical shop to purchase those things. Amazing. You can buy and sell. And do you know that by the time you purchase these things, there is another problem that has been created. And what is that? How do you get those goods, those things bought to where they need to be? That is where the logistics comes in. The logistic aspect that helps us to convey our goods, our products to where they ought to be. And do you also know that products, goods, travel faster than human? Yes. You as a person, as a businessman, you can just sit at a place. You've not patronized the company. You've not moved from where you are. But you've been able to waybill your product to 5 different states. Just one person has waybill goods to 5 different states, 5 different countries. 10 different states, 10 different countries. So goods are moving faster than what? We human. You will see someone will stay at home, what is it called? Directing or connecting with someone in a different country altogether, sending goods or receiving goods, while him or her is at a point, he or she has not even patronized the e-taxi company for that day. It's possible. Amazing. Examples of the logistic platform, we have the UPS, we have the DHL, we have the God is Good Logistic, a whole lot of them, of course. So these are the services we are rendering in SWIFTtrip. We have the fifth one, which is the hospitality. When we're talking about this, we are simply talking about hotels. We are coming to own our own hotel. Amazing. SWIFTtrip is calling you to come, Sir, Ma, wherever you are listening to us. Come and own all of these services. Come and own what? All of these services. We're not telling you to just come and pick one. We are not telling you to come and what? Own just one of these services. You're owning it in totality. You're owning all of them, and also every other services that will come in the future. Examples of hotel. Of course, we have the Transcorp Hilton, we have the Chevron Hotel and Resort. We have a whole lot of them. Echo Hotel, we have the Presidential Hotel, we have the Golden Tulip, we have the Blue Ribbon. There are a whole lot of them, of course. Amazing. And congratulations to us that we've been able to secure our land here in River State. This was something we were saying once upon a time, that we will do this, we will do that, we will do this. But today is a reality. And we're looking at erecting a 20-story building. Congratulations to you and I. And we give all praise to God who has made this a reality. And he who has started it is definitely going to provide everything needed to start this structure from beginning what till the finish. Congratulations to us. We can now proudly say, at least we'll start from somewhere. We can now proudly say we are now an owner of a 900 million naira plot. Close to 1 billion naira. Close to 1 billion naira. This is very minimal compared to what await us in the future. Do not miss out on SWIFTtrip. That is all we can say. Don't miss out on SWIFTtrip. Let's look at the next slide. So, you're asking a question, has SWIFTtrip gone live? Has SWIFTtrip gone live? You want to know, have we launched the business? Can you patronize the company in any of these services that they are rendering? Let's look at the answer to this question. We say SWIFTtrip has not gone live because SWIFTtrip is currently at its development or vision phase. That is why you're seeing me seated here today. That is why you're seeing the ambassadors of SWIFTtrip campaigning about SWIFTtrip today. Calling out for who? You listening to us, like mind, people that will want to be part of this business, people that are looking at the future and are planning already for the future, people that do not want old age to catch up with them and they are handicapped, people that are looking at the future and say, I want to make sure that even age balance financially, psychologically, and in all ramifications. You don't need to stress yourself. Imagine at age 80, age 85, 90, you are financially buoyant, and you have an organization, a foundation helping people, doing things, spreading what is it called? Extending the hand of help to all communities. You will be proud of the life you've lived on earth. You will be proud of the life you've lived on earth. Instead of disturbing the children that you brought to this life to say, oh, Ada, please, I need money for medicine. I need money for BP drug. John, I need money for checkup. I want to go for checkup. This, that. No. Your children should not be seeing your call and then say, this man is coming again. No, I don't have money. I don't have money. No. You should prepare a future that by the time your children sees your call, they'll say, oh, they will be happy. They will be glad to take your call because they know that you're calling to check up on them as a parent. And even after that, you can say, okay, don't worry. Junior, don't worry, John, I will send you something. And some say, oh, no, don't worry, Daddy, I will be the one to do that. The both of you will not be struggling, or should I say, both of you will not be asking, who will do this, who will do that. So let me do this. So you say, no, I want to do that. That is how it should be. As you send to your son send back to you. You send 1 million to him for upkeep. He sends 2 million to you. That's how it should be. How prepared are you for that retirement age? What are you doing? This is a call to everyone listening to us, wherever, far and near. Nigeria and outside Nigeria, come together. Let us build it. This is not a local business. This is a global business. We are the vision phase. That is why we are talking about the business now. By the time we've launched the business, we won't be here talking about you to come be a co-owner. What we'll be talking about is customer sensitization. We'll be sensitizing the customers on how they can earn just by patronizing the company, of which they are coming in without paying a dime. All they need is what? The link to download the app, and it's done. So, are you a student? Are you a teacher? Whatever your profession, listening to me. If you can we hear me now? Okay. Thank you, sir. So, like I said, wherever you are you a teacher listening to us, a student, a banker, an engineer, a doctor listening to us, come together. Let us build this. Let us what? Build this business. Especially now that is at the vision phase. Oh, network. We can hear me now? Oh, thank you, sir. Let me share my video again, I think. All right. Thank you very much, sir. All right, so, like I said, we are calling out on you to come build this with us, especially now that it is at the vision phase. Every business you are seeing today, every company that is standing today, Sama, it was once at the vision phase. Whose mic is on? Boss, your mic is on. Okay. Whose mic is on, please? Thank you. All right. I was saying something that every business you are seeing today, standing, functioning, it was once at the vision phase. It was what? Once at the vision phase. Now you see people, graduates, running to go submit their certificate. That is the same way people will run. Not just people, graduates, foreigners will run to come submit their application. And you and I will be relaxed. We've built something that people are rushing into. So it is not a crime for a business to be what? At the vision phase. It is not a crime for a business to be what? At the vision phase. Let us build this together. Let us what? Build this together. Don't miss SWIFTtrip. Please, let's move to the next slide. How much is it going to cost you? How much is it going to cost you to be a shareholder in SWIFTtrip? Let's look at that. We say with $250, you can be a co-owner of this business. with as little as $250, approximately 300 and something, 384,000 naira at today, you can be what? An owner of a global business. Now, you being an owner of a global business, sir, ma, you own what we call ownership percentage. That is why it is very important. Any business that has to do with ownership percentage, do not joke with that business. See, the people we are seeing that are spending money the way that they like, look very well. I mean legit money. Look very well. You will see that they've identified themselves with a system. It's not salary earner that is just spending money, going to Market Square, going to Nest, going to ShopRite to spend. No, a salary earner will not do that. A salary earner is always conscious of what he or she is spending. It is people that have identified themselves with a system that spends like that. Don't joke with this system. Whenever transaction happens, sir, ma'am, you are earning according to your percentage from every services globally. Amazing. See, we are not telling you that you're just earning according to your ownership percentage from one service. You're earning from all services according to your ownership percentage. Is it just that? No, but still globally, worldwide, anywhere transaction happens, you are earning according to what? Your ownership percentage. Who wouldn't want to be part of a system like that? See, you are simply positioning yourself to earn while you sleep. A system that will pay you for life without your effort. It's going to pay you effortlessly, consistently for the rest of your life. That is the power of a system we are calling you to come own. Now, this $250 you're seeing on the screen, at a time it was selling for $5. We called people, you might be looking at it saying it's so expensive. It's not expensive. This is a promo price. Do you want to know the actual price of SWIFTtrip? $200,000. I tell you, $200,000. This $250 you're seeing here is a promo price. Let us come together. Let us come. Now that is a bit cheap. It was once selling for $5, like I was saying. We told people, come, come, come. I told someone on Saturday that this slot was once sold for 5,000 naira. I told him, sir, if I had told you, or if the person that introduced you to SWIFT had told you to come be a shareholder in SWIFTtrip for that 5,000 naira, to own all of these 5 services, okay, 4 services then, would you have bought the shares? He said yes. I told him it's a lie. It's a lie. He laughed. I told him that he would have said that how can you tell me with 5,000 naira he can be an owner of all of these 5 services, aviation, e-commerce, and logistics? There was no hospitality then. The man laughed. He said yes, so not true. You would have said it's a scam. They've come again. But there are people who bought it. That thing that is worth $250 today, they bought it at the rate of $5. Some bought it at the rate of $10, $15, 25,500 naira. Till it started increasing by 500 naira every day. Later, it started increasing by 500 naira every 3 days. Until it gets to what? 80,000 naira. From 80,000, it moved to $180. From $180, at the point, it started moving by $5 every 2 days, 24 hours. No, 48 hours. Thank you very much. Every 48 hours, it started increasing by $5. Until it what? Gets to $250. So do not think we just put this price. We are calling out for you wherever you are listening to us. Don't think you will come meet it at this price in the nearest future. No. Now, this $250, let's split it into two. From this $50, $150 is the cost of the share. That's your owner, is the project fee rather. The word project fee. Then $100 is what we use for advert. Of course, you will understand as we proceed. Now, $100 plus $150 is how much? $250. Let us look at the next slide. I've already explained this ownership percentage. It does not change. Those people that bought it at the rate of 5,000 naira, they own the same 0.0 places 125%. So don't say, okay, because you're buying it at a higher rate, the ownership percentage should increase. No, it's constant. It does not change. Those people that will buy it at the rate of $200,000, they own the same ownership percentage. What's the difference between you and them? You are feeling the pain with us now. You're paying the price now. The price of what? Of patience. You're moving with us. You're going out there campaigning, talking to people about SWIFTtrip. You're receiving insults. You're receiving slaps. You're receiving all manner of what? Insults. That is the price you're paying. That is why you're getting it at this rate. Those people will pay all of this price. With what? Money. Do not miss SWIFTtrip official offer. Let's look at the next slide, which is asking us, when will SWIFTtrip launch this business? When will SWIFTtrip go live? Let's look at the slide that explains to us. Now, we say, SWIFTtrip profit share is 5% in volume. SWIFTtrip profit share is 5% in volume. That's the company is giving 5% out to its shareholders, which is you and I, every one of us, including the CEO. Every one of us. Now, the company is saying from this 5%, if we are able to sell 3% rather, which is the milestone, we will launch business. So you simply say that the launch of business is at the what? Sales of 3%. That is the milestone that has been set for the launch of this business. Don't go out there and say, oh, they say they will launch this business next month. Please, we did not say that. We did not say we are launching this business next 2 months, but rather a milestone has been set. When are we going to get, or when are we going to sell that 3%? It could be in a blink. In what? A blink. Now, how many units are in this 3%? If you read further, you will see, thus the launch of SWIFTtrip is embedded in a milestone of 2,400,000 sold units of shares. How is that? Let me quickly explain that to you. Now, remember, the company says the minimum sales of 3% before it launches business, right? Now, we are bringing 3 down. And as an owner of this SWIFTtrip, what is your ownership percentage? 0.05 places 125%. Now, we'll simply bring it down. Then we'll do 3 divided by 0.0 in 5 places, 125. If you do that simple division, what are you going to get? You're going to get 2,400,000 units. It simply means this 3% that the company wants to launch this business. If we divide it by 0.0 in 5 places, 125%, we will get 2,400,000, 0.0 in 5 places, 125%. That is what it means. So that is the milestone. Okay, you have shown to you how to calculate this. Now, before now, it used to be 1 man to 1 unit. 1 person to 1 account. You cannot own more than 1 account. But because of the promo that is ongoing, like I said earlier on, we've secured our land and we are looking at starting the project of 20-story building. So in support of all of this, the CEO, the company says, please, shareholders, support this project still. We know you've tried. Support it. Please, let us put all our effort in this 20-story building. Let us build this together. By owning what? Extra unit. Multiple unit, maximum of what? 10 units, of which these 10 units you have their login details. The same way 1 unit will pay you, that's the same way 10 units will pay you. Let us build this business. Maximum of 10 units. If you don't have money for 10 units, you have money for extra 1 or extra 2 or extra 3, you can still buy. You can still purchase. And what rate are you buying it for? At the rate of $150. $150. Even the family combo going for what? $150. This is if you want to register your family members. You can buy each unit for them at $150. Do not joke with SWIFTtrip. Like I said, the same way a unit will pay you, that's the same way this extra unit will pay you for life. And this offer valid from now till what? December 31st. That should be on Sunday. After that, it's closed. No more extra units. So this is the only time you can what? Buy this extra unit. After now, we'll go back to 1-man-to-1 unit. But then, if you've secured your extra unit, it's intact. Okay? We are not writing that off. No, it's still intact. Let's look at the next slide. You can see initial business launch before scaling global is in Nigeria and in the United Kingdom. These will be the very first 2 countries of which the company will be launching its business. In Nigeria, and these are our certificates of incorporation. We have the CAC certificate, we have the EFCC certificate, and also the United Kingdom certificate. Okay, so these are the certificates. You can see that we are duly certified. Okay, let's look at the next slide, which says what makes SWIFTtrip stand out from others. What makes SWIFTtrip unique? What is that thing that will attract people, that will attract customers to come patronize SWIFTtrip and not other companies that are rendering the same services as SWIFTtrip? Remember, we are not competing with anybody. We are not competing with anybody. SWIFTtrip, and we are building a community of what? 2,400,000 people that will be customers. And we'll also have an attraction, something that will attract the customers out there to what? Patronize this company. And what is that? We are introducing the PY, the pay your customers what? Concept. We are the first company, that's why we say introducing. We are the first company globally to introduce this concept, that in every niche, in every service we will render, this PYC concept will be effective. Both the niches that we have now and also the ones that will be embedded in it in the nearest future. You simply what? Put our customer on payroll. Pay your customers. We have realized that these customers are very important. These customers are the one enriching us. They are the one bringing more money for us to run business. So we are saying no, it's not enough. We should make sure these customers are on payroll, that at any time they patronize the company, they earn from that patronage without the need of putting anybody on call, without calling the admin to say, oh, please, I patronize the company and I haven't earned. No. It is decentralized. As they perform the transaction, immediately they earn. What they are earning is not bonus. It's money that is withdrawable. It's money that can what? That they can withdraw and purchase whatever they want to purchase. Amazing. If it's your first time of joining us, I can tell you for free that you've never heard of the PYC before. If not now. That is because globally, both locally and internationally, SWIFTtrip is the first company to introduce it. And guess what? Any company that refuses to introduce the PYC concept in their system, in their business, they will fizzle out in less than no time. And they will lose their customers to companies that are paying their customers. It's as simple as that. Me, if I'm patronizing a company and that company is not paying me, and I see another company that is paying me from the same patronage I'm doing, sir, ma, I will go meet the one that is paying me. I don't know of you. But I know the same thing applies to you. Why? Because we human, we are insatiable. No matter how minute, no matter how meager that thing is, okay, we die here. Incentive is something we don't joke with. We don't joke with it. No matter how much we have. It's still you and I that will be complaining, this man has money, this man has money. He bought something, change of 15 naira, he's still collecting it. Change of 100 naira, he's still collecting it. Change of 500, despite how much this man has. Joke with that man. Don't give that man his 500 naira or his 15 naira change. You will tell him if you worked his money for him. That is because we don't joke with incentives. Go and buy something. Go and buy something out there. And that thing costs, let's say, 1,250,000 naira. Don't pay that 15 naira. The salesperson will tell you that, that is his profit too. That 15 naira that is on top of it is his profit. Will he leave it for you? Lie, he will not. Incentives. Incentives. We don't joke with it. Now, let us quickly look at how this PYC is going to play out. How this PYC is going to play out. We want to look at this diagram before us. Okay? See this diagram. How is this PYC going to play out? Like, someone is trying to understand, is it possible that I patronize a company and from that patronage I earn? Is it possible? Let's look at it. Let's look at it, okay? We want to imagine a transaction happens, and this transaction that happens costs 10,000 naira. Please take note that Trip will be very flexible. There is no constant amount in any transaction that will take place. Excuse me. No constant amount, okay? Now, know that it is the distance covered that will determine how much a passenger will pay. The distance will determine how much a passenger will pay. It simply tells you that there is no fixed price. We are assuming a transaction took place and it cost $10. So, sorry, 10,000 naira. Okay? We'll work with the dollar later on, or probably in the next slide. I want to share this 10,000 naira. How will this 10,000 naira be shared? If you look at the bottom right, you will see SWIFTtrip e-taxi dynamic proposed profit share. How are we going to share it? Let's simply look at it. Whatever amount a passenger whom the company consider as a profit generator. Yes, our customers are the profit generator. That's what we call them. So whatever amount that profit generator or a customer is paying, the company sees it as 100%. That's why you're seeing this green arrow here, 100%. Okay? Now, from this 100%, this is what we want to distribute to everyone. Let's look at how it's shared. The passenger who books the ride, who is the profit generator, gets 2%, which is the PYC we are talking about. This 2% that goes back to the passenger who patronized the company is the PYC. It's not money for next ride. It's not bonus for next ride. It's money that this person can just look, let me withdraw this 2% of this money that I get and then buy anything I want to buy with it. Anything that the money can buy. That is the PYC we are talking about. You can see it. Automatically, this person doesn't need to call the financial admin or the hub admin or the international admin or even the CEO. He or she earns automatically. That is the power we are leveraging on. The power of what? AI. Technology. Not technology. It's technology. We know there's a difference between technology and technology. Okay? So this is the power of what? Technology. Now, 2% goes to what? The profit generator. We still have some percentages left, right? Let's look at it. 10% goes to the company. And who is the company? The company is the platform provider. The company is a platform provider that has provided this platform that enables you and I to transact, to connect with the driver, to connect with the seller, to connect with whomever. 10% goes to the company. What is this 10% used for? The launch of business in other parts of the world. Remember I said earlier on, this is a global business. So this 10% is used for the launch of this business in other parts of the world. Okay? Now, if you look at my right, you will see 5% goes to the shareholders, which is you and I. Remember earlier on I said the company is selling 5% of each shares, whereby 3% is consumed by 2,400,000 units. Note holders. Okay? Now, we have 2% left, which this is the 2% that the company will be selling after the launch of SWIFTtrip. For how much? $200,000, approximately 200 million naira. Okay, so 2 plus 3, that is 5. So 5% goes to the shareholders of SWIFTtrip. Remember I said it does not matter how much you're buying it. You and I own our ownership percentage, which is 0.0 in 5 places, 125. It's constant. Okay. Now, 5% plus 10% is 15% plus 2%. That is 17%. Now, 80% goes to the service provider. And who is the service provider? The driver. The driver is the service provider. He is the one that has rendered this service. He rendered what? This service. And why is he getting the lion's share? Because he's doing majority of the work. He's putting in his effort in order to earn this bigger share of the percentage. How do I mean? I will have to fuel his car, maintain his car, do every other thing that is needed to make sure his car is in good condition. Okay, so this 80% that goes to the company helps him to take care of all of those. Now 80% goes to the company, and remember, for him to earn this, he must be the one to render the service. Okay, now that is that. 80% plus 17%, 97%. Now, in SWIFTtrip, you earn up to your 4th generation, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th generation of both the passenger who booked that ride and the driver who rendered the service earn. They don't even know what happened. They are just at wherever they are, and they are earning. Now, the person who introduced that person who patronized the company, probably the driver, no, the passenger, earns 1% of that transaction. The person then who introduced the other person earns 0.3%. That's from the 2nd generation. Then the 3rd generation earns 0.1%. 4th generation earns 0.1%. Add it up is a total of 1.5%. The same thing applies to the customer's driver referral. 1% to the 1st generation, 0.3 to the 2nd generation, and 0.1 respectively to the 4th and 3rd generation. Add it is a total of 3%. 3% plus, added together is a total of 1.5%. 1.5% plus 1.5% is a total of 3%. 3% plus 97% is a total of 100%. Please, like I said, everything has been shared. Everyone has earned. And it's important to know that the same PYC concept applies in all of our services, including the aviation, the e-commerce, logistics, and the hospitality. Okay? Now, quickly want to look at the brain behind SWIFTtrip. Who is the brain behind SWIFTtrip? You can see he's a very young, vibrant man, a very tenacious man, a man with integrity, a focused man, a passionate man, a man with a lionic heart. He is no other but the vision bearer in person of Honorable Richard Nadi, a Nigerian, full-fledged Nigerian. Both parents are Nigerians. From where? Enugu State, in the community of Udi. We are happy to connect with you, sir. We are happy for availing yourself. Because if you haven't given yourself for the Lord to give this vision, sir, you and I wouldn't have had the opportunity to be an owner of a global business now. It's true. But because it's coming from him, that is why you and I have been able to have this opportunity. Thank you very much, sir, for availing yourself. Thank you. And we love you. All we pray is for God's divine wisdom to continually rest on you. And everything that needs to make this vision, this idea, a reality, God will bestow upon you. God will bring them to you. In the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. We love you, sir, and we love you so much. Thank you very much. Now, we've been able to show us everything we need to know apart from this. And what is that? How you profit as a subscriber, how you earn as an owner of this business, how you earn as a shareholder, as a co-owner, as a co-founder of SWIFTtrip. Of course, no business person will want to go into any business without making profit. All right. Now let's look at how you earn in the future. Why? Because we've not launched the business, right? Now, how do you earn in the future? Let's look at that. We say e-taxi per trip profit evaluation. What does that mean? Simply means we want to pick a particular niche. And what's the niche we are talking about here? The e-taxi. From all of the services we are rendering, we are picking the e-taxi in this case scenario. And this e-taxi, we are also assuming that if one trip happened, how much will you earn? We are imagining or assuming this trip that took place cost $10 or what? 8,000 naira. Okay? $10 or 8,000 naira. That's what we are assuming the trip cost. If a trip costs $10 or 8,000 naira, how much will you earn as a shareholder? How much will you earn as a co-owner who own 0.0 in 5 places 125%? It's very simple. And how do we do that? You simply multiply the cost of trip by your ownership percentage, which is, for instance, 8,000 naira times 0.0 in 5 places 125%. What will you get? 0.0 in 3 places 1 kobo. That is what you will earn. 0.0 in 3 places 1 kobo. Amazing. And if you are in the United States connecting us, of course you are familiar with your legal tender there. We simply do $10 multiplied by the ownership percentage 0.05 places 125%. How much is it going to give you? 0.0 in 6 places 125%. Amazing. When we say SWIFTtrip is going to make you a decillion in dollars, it is this cent and this kobo that is going to make you that. Don't look at it and say it's too small. Don't look at it and say, what will you do with this? That you came into a business with $250 and we are showing you this. If we show you this, be grateful. You should what? Be grateful. Because we are not doing a quick scheme here. A Ponzi scheme. No. We are not telling you come bring your money and you get double of that. Sir, man, that is not what we are doing. We are doing a real business. A real business. If transaction happens, that is when you will earn. If transaction does not happen, sir, man, you and I will not earn a kobo. We will not earn a pin. That's why I said we are doing business. You're earning 0.0 in 6 places 125 cents or 0.0 in 3 places 1 kobo. You should be grateful. Why? Because what we are building, the business we are building is a business that has to do with what? Volume. V-O-L-U-M-E, volume. Volume. That as transactions are happening in different parts of the world, you are earning according to your ownership percentage. Do you need to be there before you earn? No. Do you need to be there where the transaction is happening before you earn? No. The system we are talking about, it's not small. This you're seeing here, it's not small. Let us quickly look at how cent and kobo will make you and I billionaire, trillionaires in dollars, decillion in dollars. Let's look at where we could be in 5 years from now. Where we could be in 5 years after this business has been launched. In operation for 5 years. From the first year, second year, third year, fourth year, and fifth year after this business has been in operation. How much would you have made from this business? We want to work with the worst case scenario of performing how many trillion trips? 50 trillion trips. I said worst case scenario. And also if you are here, you're thinking, it's not possible for us to make 50 trillion trips in 5 years. Please, sir, ma, when do you think it's possible for us to make 50 trillion trips? Do you think it's possible in 10 years? In 15 years, in 20 years, for SWIFTtrip to make 50 trillion trips, or in 30 years, whatever year that is convenient for you, take that year. Let's do this calculation. This company, the CEO, the company is saying, give us 3 years, we'll perform 50 trillion trips. Now, when people begin to talk about, is it possible for us to perform 50 trillion trips? It's not necessarily the people that needs to do what? Patronize the company. Like I said, the logistic aspect is another means of transportation. Please take note of that. And I explained earlier on that business or goods move faster than we human. A person can stay at a place and weigh big goods to different locations. Is it not transportation? It is. So give us 3 years to perform this. Then you work with whatever year that is convenient for you. On the screen, we say a worst case scenario is 5 years. Now let's look at these 5 years. 50 trillion trip performed. Now we are also saying that all the trip, if we sum all the trip together, we are saying they cost what? 50 trillion trip in total. Okay. Now this 50 trillion trip, we are saying all of these 50 trillion trip cost 8,000 naira or $10 each. Is it possible? It's not possible, because the price of trip will vary. Because we are calculating, we can't just start using different figure. Let's stick to the figure we used earlier on, and we used $10 and 8,000 naira, and for per trip analysis, and it gave us 0.06 places 125 cents and 0.03 places 1 kobo. Since we are still using the same figure, let's simply multiply 0.03 places 1 kobo times 50 trillion trip, which is 50 and 12 zeros. What is it going to give us? 5 billion naira. If we do 0.06 places 125 cents times 50 trillion trip, what is it going to give us? $6.25 million. Amazing. That is the power of volume. You can see the power of volume. Is this something you want to miss out on? Is this a business you want to miss out on? Please, sir, do not miss out on SWIFTtrip. That is the best I can say to you. Do not miss out on SWIFTtrip. Let's look at the next slide. We said subscribers asset growth evaluation in 5 years. Power of system that enables you to sleep and earn. Okay, subscription fee of what? $150 has yielded for you $5 billion or $6.25 million with your ownership percentage, which is constant 0.0 in 5 places 125%. You can see that manpower or manual labor cannot take you far at all. SWIFTtrip will make you a decillonaire in dollars. Do not miss SWIFTtrip profit share for any reason. Of course, you will also see that as we proceed. Now, let's quickly look at, we've shown you how you earn in the future. Let's come back to the now, how you earn in the now. And we say we have a corporate global challenge. The speed to our global success depends on the speed at which we collectively solve our global challenge. And what does that tell you? That this is a collective problem that needs to be solved. And we need to work together in order to attain a massive speed. Okay? Now, we say the speed of global challenge depends on the speed at which we collectively solve our global challenge. Now, what is the challenge? What is the challenge? Let's look at it. 2.4 million units to be sold is the challenge. 2.4 million node units to be sold is the challenge. Now, as a shareholder, every time you solve a unit of this challenge, the company is not just telling you thank you and thank you, Mr. John, thank you, Mr. Andrew, for all you do for SWIFTtrip. No. You get paid for every time you solve a unit of this challenge. Let's look at the next slide. How do you solve a unit? How do you solve this challenge? Let's look at it. We say simply become an active campaigner, sell units of SWIFTtrip shares, and NB from SWIFTtrip campaign pool fund. NB from what? SWIFTtrip campaign pool fund. And how much is the pool fund you are talking about? Let's look at it. Look at SWIFTtrip campaign pool fund, which is $238,867,800. That is what is available for you and I to come earn from. And how did we get that? Look at the slide. You see, hint, $10, which is the advertisement fee, multiplied by unsold units of SWIFTtrip. So we accumulated all the advert fee, multiply it by unsold unit of SWIFTtrip. It gave us this. That is why we pay you whenever you solve a unit of this challenge. This is where we pay you from. Not from the project fee of $150. No, from the advert fee of $100. Let's quickly look at how it works. Remember I said earlier on SWIFTtrip earn up to SWIFTtrip pays up to its 4th generation. Now we say SWIFTtrip campaign pays. How you earn as a campaigner from SWIFTtrip campaign sponsorship pool fund. Sell a unit of SWIFTtrip share slot and earn. Help someone see the light in SWIFTtrip and earn. Okay, and how do you do that? If you help someone see the light and the person say, oh Lord, wow, I love this, I want to be part of this, and the person registers, the company pays you $70 for that introduction, for that help you've rendered. Why are you getting $70? Because that person is your direct success line, direct generation. Now from your indirect generation, which is your 2nd generation, you earn what? $15. It simply means if that person you told tells another person and that person registers, him himself will earn $70, while you, who is the 2nd generation, the 2nd generation will earn what? $15. Then from your 3rd generation you earn what? $10. From your 4th generation you earn $5. $70 plus $15. How many dollars? $85 plus $10, $95 plus $5, $100. You can see how that advert bonus, that advertisement fee has been shared to everyone. Is that all? No. Let's look at the next one. We said extra campaign cash award awaits you still. That is, if you go ahead and you talk to more persons about SWIFTtrip. You talk to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've registered 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 15, 20, 30, 50 persons. The company calls you and says, Mr. John, come. Take this $50. This is an appreciation. This is a way to say thank you for all you do for SWIFTtrip. And you're considered what? The SWIFTtrip runner. Remember, from these 50 persons, you've earned from each of them $70. Okay? So the company still calls you and pay you an extra $50 to say, thank you, sir, for all you do for SWIFTtrip. Thank you, ma, for all you do for SWIFTtrip. And that's not all. We do not say, okay, after telling you thank you, you should go relax. If you also continue talking to people and doing registrations, you're able to register 500 persons directly under the company. Appreciate it with what? $1,000. And say thank you for all you do for SWIFTtrip, and we really appreciate you. And the company sees you as what? An icon. You're being awarded with the SWIFTtrip icon. Okay? And you go ahead and you talk to more persons. You're able to register 5,000 persons directly under the company calls you and say, Mr. or Mrs. so and so, take this $10,000 to say thank you for all you do for SWIFTtrip, and you are considered the face of SWIFTtrip. So these are all that awaits you at the vision phase. Do not miss SWIFTtrip profit share offer for any reason. Don't miss it for any reason. Don't even let anyone talk you out. Not your friend, not your brother, not your sister, not even your pastor or your mentor. Decide to either be part of SWIFTtrip or not to be part of SWIFTtrip. And the reason why it's important for you to even share it to your siblings, to your friend, is because you don't want them to tell you tomorrow, oh, you know that this is going to pay. You know that this is going to work. You did not tell me. You're a wicked somebody. You're a wicked person. For you to avoid that, share it to them. But don't let their decision affect you. Don't let their decision determine your future. Don't let them talk you out. Don't let them talk you out. Share it to them, and if they decide not to be part of it, good and fine. But you've already played your part by sharing it to them. The same way someone shared it to you and you saw the light and decided to be part of it, that's the same way you shared to them. But they refuse to see the light in it. So it's not your fault. Tomorrow, when SWIFTtrip is launched and you're taking them to the airport or the company's office, you will go there with a clear conscience. A clear conscience. You will tell them, I showed it to you, but you decided not to be part of it. That's it. Do not miss SWIFTtrip profit share offer for any reason. Half a word is enough for a wise. Half a word is enough for the wise. Now we say subscribe now. How do you subscribe in SWIFTtrip? Make a payment of $250 to the company's account which is SWIFTIFY Technologies LTD. Some persons will say, oh, I don't trust this company, that I'm hearing the name is SWIFTtrip and what I'm seeing, the account number is SWIFTIFY Technologies. Please, sir, please, ma'am. The name of the company is SWIFTIFY Technologies, okay? SWIFTIFY Technologies LTD. Please. SWIFTtrip is one of the service, that's the e-taxi, okay? The e-hailing aspect of SWIFTIFY Technologies. So SWIFTIFY Technologies is an umbrella that covers all of those services that we've shown to you. So the name of the company is SWIFTIFY Technologies, just that every one of us, we are used to SWIFTtrip, okay? So take note of that. FCMB is the account 200460738. That's the company's account. Please do not go pay to any other country, any other account number, okay? Make sure you're paying your money to the company's account, okay? There are scammers everywhere. Please, we are always sounding this. Make sure you pay your money to the company's account. And you want to pay via USDT, please visit the company's website, which is www.seedinvest.swifttripcampaign.com. There you will get the wallet address, and also if you want to get the conversion rate of the company, also visit the website. Please, whenever you want to make your payment, always visit the website to know the conversion rate. Thank you very much. Because if you pay less than what you're supposed to pay, you will have to make up for the payment, okay? So that is that. And we'll say once you've made your payment, send your proof of payment to your sponsor, and your sponsor will do your registration. And not just the proof of payment you're sending, you're also sending your full name, your phone number, and your email. These are the details you're sending to the person that sent you the link, the person that introduced you to SWIFTtrip. Then the person will, on your behalf, contact your hub admin or the international admin if there is no hub admin in your state or country, okay? So let me quickly show us the conversion rate in the website for today, so we will know what we are doing. Let's see. Let me quickly go to the website. The website, which is www.seedinvest.swifttripcampaign.com. You can see it here. Every one of us in this meeting, we are on this channel, okay? So I'm clicking on it, so it takes us to the website. All right, we can see it. This is the company's website. If it is your first time of joining us, please click on that. If it's the first time of going to the website, please click on that. Read that disclaimer before closing it, okay? Thank you very much. All right, so you can see node bot available node. Now you see this place that says USD inflow. USD inflow, okay? See this. There's a figure beneath which is 1,537. It changes, okay? It's not constant. So whenever you want to make your payment to the company's account, you multiply whatever figure you have here, multiply it by $250. Whatever it gives you, that is what you pay to this company's account. That's what you pay to the company account, which is this account number. By clicking on this box, you've copied the account number, then you paste on your bank app, okay? So that is that. And you can see SWIFTIFY Technologies still, okay? SWIFTIFY Technologies LTD, FCMB. Then you want to pay via USDT, click on the TRC20 wallet. You want to pay via TRC20, USDT, TRC20, click on this box in front of it. You will copy the wallet address. You want to pay via BEP, click on the box in front of it. You will copy the wallet address. You want to pay via BTC, click on the box in front of it. Then you will copy the wallet address. Now you see this other side. Don't go and say, oh, this one is lower than this one, let me pay with this one. This is what the company used to pay advertisement bonus. So this one is only for the company. Then if you want to pay into the company's account, you pay via the USD inflow, okay? So that is that. And this is the registration instruction, of which I've already explained to us. Now we say breathe life to Swift Homes. Yes, sir. My network is breaking. Okay, is it from your end or everyone is experiencing that? Please, can someone confirm that? If you can hear me, please. If anyone else can, if anyone is experiencing that, please notify me. Yes, sir. It's breaking. Okay, let me exit the meeting and join. How about now? Can we hear me? Is it clear? All right, thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate for calling my attention to that. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so, no, not here. We are saying
generations support me. Please, able shareholders of SWIFTtrip. As a matter of fact, I am lying down on the ground to say, support your CEO. All right. Thank you, able shareholders of SWIFTtrip. I am Honorable Richard Tanadi, the founder and the CEO of SWIFTtrip. And this is August 25th, and I'm here to make the CEO's appeal again. Like I said, since August 15th, we've been consistent with the appeal to the shareholders of SWIFTtrip. But I want to draw your attention to what some persons are saying, and I'm just reading exactly from a chat which I got from a shareholder. And there's a reason why I'm doing this for us, and after reading, I would maybe expound shade on this. This person was told to be part of SWIFTtrip, and he says, I know him already online before. Okay, he says, I know him online already before you even introduced him to me. That is to say, what we have been sharing, a lot of persons, it's getting to them. So he says, but I doubt his vision. He says, building 20-story building in Port Harcourt is not realistic. Besides, he is saying online 100% in 5 months. I come again. Building 20-story building in Port Harcourt is not realistic. Besides, he is saying online that he will pay, I'm putting that he will pay back 100% in 5 months to the billionaire who gives to us 2 billion naira. I am adding this already on the screen. You can see his exact chart. So I added that 2 billion so that those who are watching this for the first time will remember or can go back to our social media platforms and do research on when I made that exact statement. And he says, what does he invest to give him back the money? Now you understand, shareholders, that this is a person who hasn't understand what we're doing. They don't understand that we are building this 20-story building because it is part of the vision. It is not just something we've said we want to come do. It is the hospitality side of SWIFTtrip, which is called Swift Homes. Then, building that would as well encourage the persons who are observing if we are scammers or not. When they see what a scammer can't do, they would rush in massive number. And I tell you the fact, in the space of 5 months, 50,000 units of SWIFTtrip shares by that project ongoing, it's going to be something like we call it an underestimation towards what we would have done in the space of 5 months, what we would have sold out. So this person don't even understand how money would come in from the subscription of the intending co-founders in order to build what we intend to build. Remember, without this loan, we can continue campaigning little by little, and people will still bring in that funds, but it's going to take us a long time. So this is a quantum leap which many do not understand. Now, why did I read this to us? He says, I doubt his vision. And then he said, building a 20-story building in Port Harcourt, in Dubai, in UK, in the United States of America, he says it is impossible. I am adding those in case you don't know that this thing we're building here is the least to what we will build in other nations. Now, shareholders of SWIFTtrip, you are observing too. Do you know we said 1 million naira minimum at July? We had much more response. So when shareholders have said it is too high, now it was brought down. August 1st till August 25th, brothers and sisters, we are still struggling to exceed beyond 10 MOUs. That is 10 investors. What is coming in 300,000, 600,000, 500,000, 1 million? Shareholders of SWIFTtrip. If the people who have said it is impossible, we do not believe his vision, what about you? Remember, we don't need anybody outside our fold to build this 20-story building. This fund, this 2 billion we're asking for, we don't need an outsider to give it to us. You that has believed in this vision, that has given me the benefit of doubt, put body. Let's make this thing happen. The naysayers are out there saying it's not going to be possible. Don't make their talk or their expectation or their watching, yes, their expectation, don't let it become a reality. It is we that will do this thing and prove them wrong. I am calling out on the shareholders of SWIFTtrip. Support this project. As a matter of fact, the 300,000 naira investment is over. 1 million naira minimum towards this project. This is not a rice and beans or crayfish thing we are doing here. The money is not there, I know for sure. But we can put ourselves to it in any way and make this thing happen. When I say in any way, please, I mean in legal ways. Once there is the will, we will find the way. And to everyone who has invested above 1 million naira before today, at the returning of your funds, that is the capital or the supporting fund and the compensation, which is today 25%, to 9 million naira, 25%. 10 million naira above, 35%. At the time we are paying back, I, Honorable Richards, am going to give to every shareholder who has supported this 1 co-ownership slot, an extra unit for everyone that has performed above above 1 million naira before now. So this is not to those who have done 300, 600, 900,000 naira. I am talking of 1 million and above, and any other funds coming in from now. 1 million naira above, 1 million naira above. You don't have the 1 million naira, please just relax, or you can as well just source for funds. Let's do this thing, my people. Let's do it. I am calling out to the able shareholders. I know that with God by our side, we can do it. If every shareholder of SWIFTtrip arise, this thing is nothing for us. Please, my people, I am kneeling down to beg us. This one, it's an appeal. Please, my able shareholders, wherever you are watching this, and if you are not yet a shareholder of SWIFTtrip, but this thing touches you, it drives you towards greatness. I'm calling you, support me. Everything is not scam. I know for sure that we have passed through a lot of things. So even if those who are not yet in are looking at it like a scam because they have not understood this structure, support me. You have gone to churches where you donated 2 million naira, 5 million naira, says the work of God. This is a work of God as well, and a work for our generations. Support me. Please, able shareholders of SWIFTtrip. As a matter of fact, I am lying down on the ground to say, support your CEO. I need this support. Thank you so much, able shareholders. There are many that will still see this video and still say he's a scammer. There is nothing anyone can do to please everybody. But to those that God laid this in their heart, to make this 20-story building a reality, support me. I am not looking for the 10 billion here. All I need is a supercharging fund, 2 billion naira. And this thing is a done deal. We know what we've been building since 2021. Coming up here, the observers of SWIFTtrip, I tell you, they're in tens of millions. Tens of millions. Starting up something that will make everybody to know that this one no be scam. A scammer cannot do this kind of thing. Only the tearing of our foundation. Oh my God. The billionaire out there, support SWIFTtrip project. You and your generations. I, Honorable Richards, I will make you a decillionaire in dollars. For those who missed those videos, I will say it again. You have the 2 billion I am calling out for. I said don't transfer it to the company account. Keep it in your account. Just identify with us. Say, I am ready to work. I am ready to push this thing with you. The company that will be the contractors, which I say they will be from the United States. You get the account details. You will be in the meeting. You will converse with them. You get the account details. You make the payment. The cement, the rods, the what's the name? The tractors, whatever is needed. Account details is what you pay to. I don't need that money in my account. For the billionaire that would say, are you sure is it not a scam? All I need is that cooperation. Help us. And when we accomplish this, you will understand that all that we need is idea. If I tell you that 2 billion naira will be given to you 100% in 5 months, I am not making that statement because I just appeared. We have been here laying a foundation that is about to burst. Take this opportunity. Take this opportunity. Oh my God. Able shareholders of SWIFTtrip. If every other person doubts it, I beg you, don't doubt it. Support me. You've believed in this vision. Even if it was years back that you came in, you believed in it. There is something that made you to pay that money as a co-founder. This is the time for a turning point in SWIFTtrip. Help me. Help me. Help me to help you. I am fighting this fight for you. You think it's not just because of me. Your generation will call you blessed. Your generation will be glad that you are part of this process. You helped me today. I will help you. And I will not just help you. I will help your children's children's children. We will be long gone. But yet, the impact, the legacy we build, we continue to build men until the coming of Christ. I love you all.